doing you a video. I'm keeping them all very short, so this is actually for all placements. I'm hoping not to go over 15 minutes to keep them sweet, powerful, and get the message across. Okay, so the message I got for you, Capricorns, is to do with movement, and I kind of feel like it's like the time is now, kind of moving away from, but I feel like the time is now. So I think that's what I kind of feel is the main message for yourselves. I'm using the Queen of the Moon Oracle, as well as the Wandering Star Tarot. Okay, there'll be only technically 3 cards on the table, and I'm just going to in fact pull now one out for you from the Queen Moon Oracle deck. Let's see, this one. Oh, 2 wanted to come out. Let's have a look. Okay, yeah, the time is now. Taking your sovereignty in your hands, Capricorn. All right, I do feel that this is a really important energy for you. Okay, that you do this and pay attention to where you're holding on. I do feel like you need to move on, move away from, move towards something, but it is about very much getting yourself nourished through the stance that you're taking. I feel that this coming energies for the next 2 weeks, we're around the full moon now, at the beginning of entering into July, but I do feel that this is about somebody who's earned her place or his place, and if not, this is really time for you now to start becoming empowered and taking your own sovereignty and action in your hands. I feel like also what I want to say about this, there are other opportunities out there, other places you can go, other new territory, and you could be guided very strongly to actually be able to see that. Okay, but you will only take this opportunity if you are grounded in your sovereignty and empowered enough, and it's very important that you go towards things that nourish you rather than not nourish you. Okay, let's look at the tarot card now. Here we've got, okay, wow, beautiful. This card came out while I was shuffling, and it was facing down, and this is from the Wandering Star Tarot, and it's the 9 of Cups. Again, things that are nourishing you. It's holding a pet there, the cat, the good luck cat, black cat. Very important, okay? And you can see that it's holding on to know that it is safe. Things that are giving you joy, okay? And when you feel safe, you have a lot more power, a lot more exuberance, and a lot more possibilities to actually create a life that you want, okay? We tend to feel very unsafe, and when we're ungrounded, and when we believe, when our mind state is also very negative, that also has an impact. But I do believe that you're kind of coming through now, Capricorns. There's a shift, and perhaps you'll be able to see the light. Okay, now we are also going to be in the feeling of the moon of sorry, I've got a neighbour who's shouting at the football screen. It's really distracting, but sticking to point, I think it's really important you hold on to your focus and your light here, because both this card, okay, and this card, if you look at her halo, she's got this beautiful a halo just there. You know, you can see that she's got this sort of incredible inspiration and sudden, I feel like in some way you're going to get some kind of joy and some kind of thing, or maybe you're going to strike lucky and really hit a home run regarding your happiness and vitality. I feel like in some way, you know, maybe you've learned a big lesson of what it is that you need to do in order to nourish yourself that is going to give you the joy. Okay, 9 of Cups often is the most joyous card. In the Minor Arcana, it is a card of optimism. It's a card of also allowing yourself to really know what is important for you. So here's this card that I'm going to pull out now, and we've got the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is what you're wanting to wish for. This is what you've been wanting to come for, and I feel like in some way some of you have been holding on to your little talents and skills that maybe you've not been using. Okay, and you've kind of been saving it or sort of hoarding it, and maybe sort of not creating the stability that you need. But this is now a time for you to actually move forward towards the stability and the security that you require, and that you know is going to bring you joy. Very happy. Make sure that it is balanced in what you need. So do not sort of put money first over your joy. All right, that is then already imbalanced. Okay, everyone tends to do that. We've been sort of wired to think that way, and I feel that in some way this is telling me that you really need to allow the right balance and harmony pertaining to not only what you have these inspirational ideas, so not to ignore them, but at the same time to really come into your heart space and see if what lands from comes through the crown, say, if you like, and lands in your heart. Okay, because the thing with intuition and inspiration sometimes is that we can have an inspiration, say, to go and see somebody, or maybe think about a job or something, and then you actually find, oh my god, these people are actually advertising. All right, and then what happens is you go there and you sort of, I don't know, have an experience or go for an interview, and something's not sitting right with your heart, or you observe the situation that is going to take you away from your sovereignty. You realize, okay, this is almost like what I've had before, or you know what, I'm really experienced now and I'm not going to go down that road anymore. And then you're thinking, well, that's really weird because I got the inspiration to follow that intuition. Now, you see, intuition is very construed or misunderstood. Intuition doesn't mean to say you're going to make the right, it's going to take you on the right course. What it is doing, it is guiding you to a point, a place maybe, or an idea, but it's from there that you get to actually, in that moment, start observing yourself if you're in your sovereignty as well, in your power. Now, if it's not matching up to what you want or what you thought you wanted, then it's definitely not right. Okay, and that's where you have to bring your sovereignty in. Okay, here we've got the Four of Pentacles, and this person is able to assess, I feel, in this one. It's not so like the classic Rider-Waite where it's sitting mulling over things. I feel like, yes, there's an inspiration and opportunity, but this was more of an inspiration that's going to be really loud and clear and land in the heart. Particularly here, I feel as well, the balance of what's right is going to help you grow and nourish you. Very important, Capricorns. Okay, so this is my message for you with the cards. I'm going to just open some trinkets up and see if I can also get further from that for you. All right, let's have a look. Okay, yeah, I feel that something is really important for you, Capricorns, that whatever you have or decide to do, it is something that is going to have to give you pleasure. All right, and it's something that's going to grow, and I'll tell you why in a minute. I'm just going to read these as I see it. Okay, also what I have here is I've got a key, okay, here as well, so, and it's landed right on the lap of the Nine of Cups as well. So I do feel you're going to get an opportunity that is going to open up something in you, that is going to allow something to grow. So wherever you're going, if it's going through a job, another placement in your life, or a partnership in your life, or even an idea that you've got, this is something that you're going to put big roots down and make sure that it is actually going to grow. Because here we also have the image of, or the tincture of a tree, which interestingly also fell on the Nine of Cups on her head. Okay, what you need to take definitely into consideration is a sense of abundance. Okay, what's going to grow, what's going to sweeten my life up. And I say that because here you've got the grape, okay, or the bunch of grapes. All right, again, so this is really important, that it is to do with these elements of sweetening, making your life a lot richer, and giving you the joy and happiness and the optimism that you are going to need. I feel like in some way that you've kind of lost the sense of innocence. You know, maybe things have been a bit hard graft, things have been difficult, and you've not been able to see your way forward, and now you can and you will and you must, and it really is time to bring your sense of this is Bambi. I mean, listen, Bambi goes off on an adventure, doesn't she? You know, or he, you know, and it's just frolicking. So there's a sense, I feel, of new beginnings, new kind of exploring. You know, I'm getting a feeling with this. Okay, what's really important here, though, I will say, because you've got this here as well, we've got a little monkey sitting on the thing, and not to get too in your head about things, the monkey mind. Okay, the monkey is a cheeky little monster, and it will do things to the point of irritation. Okay, make a lot of loud noise, or sort of really, maybe you've got this, or I can't be doing that, and I shouldn't be doing that, blah, blah, blah. Or you could also say, oh, I can't do it, I don't know. Or maybe you also have an idea towards something that's really not helping you, you know, and you're kind of holding on to it. very important that you just maintain your truth, because you are good, you know. And I think it's related to the opportunity you're going to get as well. So I feel like in some way, if something comes to you, right, be open, okay? And when the time is now, don't forget that was my message I got for you. The time is now. It's not a time to dilly-dally, overthink things. All right, so it's really, really important. Capricorn, you've got 5 tinctures here that I've just thrown on the table, and I feel like it is something that you need to grasp and not spend too much time thinking about it, but just hone in on your heart and be true to that heart of yours, so you can make the right decision moving forward and in your sovereignty. Okay, so we're going to move into the chakras, which I've been doing for all the other signs. And let's see this one. Okay, this is to do with your third eye. Nope, it's not your third eye, or your heart. I'm so sorry. These pebbles do me in, you know, and I should really know the little symbols on them. But this is Anahata, your heart chakra. Okay, because it looks so similar to this. I mean, these two colors are just so similar. I mean, they're not green and blue, really. Not for me, anyway. But I already had a moan about these before. But they are convenient to use. So as I was saying, this is about getting into your heart. Didn't I say this was about getting into your heart? So this is really important, because Capricorn, the heart chakra is what combines, acts as a bridge for the insight, the inspiration you get, and it has to sit in your heart, okay, and then bring it down to the grounded level. But what's most important is there's one chakra that you can really work on, is to be open-hearted, maybe to even come back to your heart. Even here, she holds the sovereign, the globe, in her heart space, just over her heart. So it's, I mean, the moon actually, but all the possibilities, all the emotional possibilities and excitement that you can have is very much there. So pay attention what comes in for you in the next 2 weeks, certainly, and maybe towards the end of the month. Time is fluid and it's going to be different for everybody. But if you're listening to this, just pay attention to what you need to do. You have the possibility of really calling in and actually something landing that's going to make you very, very happy indeed. All right, Capricorns, thanks for listening. Do comment if any of it resonated, and I'd like to see you back here again. So do come and join me on the next video towards the end, second half of the month. Lots of love. Bye for now. Bye.